I scaled its steep incline and onto the grassy plateau. My hands, legs, hell, my entire body was sore and ached all over. I had traveled for the past hours, non-stop, coming from afar to make it here. I'm hungry, my body needs a break, and I feel like I could faint from exhaustion, but it was all going to be worth it. I am a Pokemon trainer, one who searches for rare Pokemon to care for and to train in order to become the very best. The reason I came to this raised grassland was thanks to local rumors. They talked of a powerful Pokemon, fast as lightning with claws that can shred their opponents with ease, and it is said to rest here, the sound of thunder apparent to those it sees as threats. I couldn't pass up on finding this mysterious Pokemon. I packed my bags and made it over here on foot, letting the journey take its toll on my body rather than tire out my Pokemon for the battle ahead. Looking around, I could only see shrubs and rocks. No wild Pokemon to be seen or heard at all. I guess it hadn't seen me enter their territory. If that was the case, I moved further forward, finding a good, firm yet comfortable patch of grass where I can rest my body. I doffed my jacket, boots and socks, and laid down, finally able to relax after all that walking, climbing and waiting. I slept peacefully, the wind blowing across my body and dark skin taking in the afternoon sun. My eyes opened to look at the sun but instead took in the sight of something obscuring the star from view. A black and yellow furred feline stood above me. It had a bright blue quiff and whiskers shaped like bolts of lightning. The cat looked down at me with their plasma blue eyes, cocking their head in curiosity. I felt a faint sense of dread go down my spine. Was this the Pokemon the rumors were about? If so, the lack of thunder let me know it didn't see me as a threat, but for how long? My jacket, where I kept my Pokeballs, was just out of reach. I would have to stand up in order to grab them and challenge the electric cat. But when I did try to stand up, I felt the feline grab me by the collar of my shirt with their large paws. It soon kneeled to be at face height with me, granting me a better sight of them. I had the inkling they were male from their toned body and oddly by the look in their eyes. I couldn't explain it. His grip was firm and showed no signs of violence. All the cat did was his head slowly forward to mine. What did it want? I did finally get my answer, a broken bar in the form of the creature locking lips with me. I was being kissed by a Pokemon. I could feel their tongue snaking into my mouth, fighting my own surprised one for dominance with ease. I just looked at him, noting his closed eyes. I wanted to push away, but their grasp on me was strong. These were the only things I focused on, not realizing what was happening to me. Broken bar. My body was slowly mutated whilst they deeply kissed me. My feet grew in size, toes merging and forming into giant three-toed paws, with sharp claws and blue peats. Black fur sprouted from them, alongside my hands, chest and ears, which started to stretch outwards and reject their human form for that of the feline which kissed me. The cat soon broke that sudden, unwanted kiss. A mix of mine and whose spit kept our tongues connected with deep, passionate breaths emitting from his maw. I could only look on and blush in confusion, looking at this creature with its seductive glare and rosy red blush. This lasted for only 10 seconds. As my body was aching already, I didn't much notice my metamorphosis or the pain it caused until it focused on my face. I felt that fur, black and yellow fur, sprout out all across it, like growing a beard in rapid time, but the true pain came from my head changing shape, mouth and nose elongating into a muzzle, teeth changing and growing into a set of fangs. The pain was unbearable, with me screaming out from it. Thankfully it didn't last too long, and I was finally given time to look at what the beast did to me. I looked down at where once would have been my hands, now replaced by these gigantic, four-fingered paws with thick yellow fur coating them. They were like gauntlets a knight would wear. I looked at him in shock. I was no longer human, but he didn't seem to care. He looked happy. It soon all became clear why he did this to me. When he first set eyes on me, he didn't look at me as a threat. The way he kissed me and how he looked at me afterwards was odd, yet I sort of liked it, and as I look at him now, I could tell they were lonely and wanted someone to be with, like a friend, or a mate, or a broken bar boyfriend. Yeah, a boyfriend. He changed me so I can be with him. It was love at first sight. I need to make it clear how I felt, and I knew exactly how a broken bar I embraced the Thundercat and kissed him. Now his turn to be surprised. It was passionate and deep. I closed my eyes and let my tongue touch against his whilst we shared the moment, feeling him give back and hug me too, our tongues dancing with lust. With that romantic hug, I felt the last of my humanity leave me. I may never be able to change back, but that didn't matter to me. I just saw my new boyfriend blush deeply alongside me as we lovingly looked at one another with joy. When I came to this plateau, I knew I was going to find a Pokemon that I desired to take care of. I just didn't expect them to do